Well, this should be fun. What's going on, my beautiful family? My name is Lextasy and welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to see you guys. So today we are going to be doing an oil change on the 2019 Nissan GTR Track Edition. Not that it matters, they all have the same motor. But yeah, I know a lot of people are saying like, hey, why don't you just take it to the Nissan dealership and just get it done there? For me, it's because of two reasons. One is I really love messing with cars, even though this is kind of a high-end thing that maybe I shouldn't be touching as much when it comes to internals and motor and all. Technically it is, I guess, internals because we're doing an oil change in it. And secondly, it's because I want to see if I am actually winning by doing it myself. When I say winning, I mean, am I saving money when I do it? And we'll go over all the numbers and how much I paid for everything and all that after we're done. But for now, let's go ahead and pop the hood real quick. Oh, another cool thing, $130,000 car. Doesn't have any hydraulics or anything holding it up. Now I know some people are gonna ask, well, why are you doing an oil change so early? You've only had it for probably a few thousand miles, and it's true because I think I bought it with 7,400 miles on it. Now it's got, I think, 11,400, and the actual sticker says to replace it at 13,180. So Nissan actually recommends that you replace it every 6,000 miles, but I want to do it every 3,000 because as you guys can see, pretty much in every video I'm dogging this car. So 3,000, I think it's safe. This car does use zero weight 40, which is a really thin oil. Of course, full synthetic. So it's going to be a learning experience how we're going to do this. I've never done it. I know there's a lot of panels underneath that I'll have to take off. Let's have some fun. Let's learn a thing or two. All right, so we got the hood raised, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is let it cool off a little bit. It's super hot. It's hot outside as well, so it's not helping the situation. One thing that really worries me right now is the fact that it's got such a low profile. I am not sure how I'm going to be able to get it up a little bit higher. That's why I bought a low profile jack. I was hoping to use or be able to use the ramps. I've used them on all my cars, but in case that doesn't work, what I'm thinking is to jack it up, put the ramp on there and leave it like that. I'm not going to leave it on the jack. That's it scares me a little bit to think to do something like that. Oh, well, dang. I kind of expected that. Yeah, I know this kind of defeats the whole purpose of a ramp, but I don't have a choice. So I just get it up there, and I'm not leaving it on the jack either. I could have done jack stands, but maybe next time. You're joking. No way. Well, never mind. I think I found it. This could go wrong as well, so we'll see. Alright, so for this oil change, I actually ended up getting the Mobile One full synthetic zero weight 40. That's actually what's recommended for this car. It's supposed to get, I think, 5.5 quarts is what it calls for. So I'm gonna have to check. I'll probably pour in like 5 quarts and then check the level because I do have it on the ramp. So I don't know if I'll get all 5.5 quarts out. I'm probably gonna sound like a little kid right now, but I've always wanted one of these creepers. It makes it so much simpler, so you're not just dragging yourself around here. Yeah, I picked the worst time to wear a white shirt. But anyways, let's go assess the damage underneath. I haven't been under this car in forever. If I could fit, that is. Oh God. Well, that is very tight, but I think we could get it done. What I'm going to do is just show you guys exactly what's going on underneath here. As you can tell, there's like a center plate that we just got to take off. It's like a little cover. Just a few screws and bolts that we have to unscrew. And once we do that, we should have full access to the drain plug and, of course, the oil filter. So let's do that real quick. Golly, man, that's a pain in the butt, man. I'm starting to realize there's a reason that it's better for the dealership to do it. So let me explain how many bolts you have to take off just to get to this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, another 8 bolts that you have to take off. So you're talking 12 bolts and 6 clips or 8 clips to get to the freaking oil pan. At least after you take the bolts off, everything's pretty simple. You got your drain plug right there. Let it focus real quick. There it is. And then you have your oil filter right there. That's probably one of the easiest ones I've ever had to get to. Usually you have all kinds of obstacles you have to go around, like on 2JZ motors, which is a pain. And whoever engineered that car should get fired. But anyways, looks like in Charlotte, Nissan did the oil change on this one, 11/29/19. And does that say 1,800 miles? Because when I bought it, I had 7,400, and supposedly they did that. And the next one is due at, I think they said, what, at 13,000. So hopefully I had an oil change since then. I mean, hopefully I didn't drive 10,000 miles on this car like that. Alright, so that looks like a 14 millimeter. Let's pop that sucker on there. Alright, Alex, don't screw anything up. Well, I probably should put a drain pan under this before I start doing that, huh? What a genius. And then slight turn. Okay, maybe more power. It's kind of hard to do it left-handed. Okay, there we go. Shoot. Ooh, that is pretty black. That is very black for something that only should have been done 3,000 miles ago. Very confused right now because that is super black. Like it hasn't been changed since 1,800 miles. Ow! I completely missed the creeper. So while the oil is draining, let's go ahead and take the oil filter off. Shouldn't be hard on these. Wow, that's loose. Oh my God! I didn't even have to do anything. Like I didn't even have to put pressure or anything. That's crazy. A little concerned there now. That was very loose. I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm gonna say that shouldn't be happening. Let's go ahead and pour all that oil out of there. God, it's so black. This is not good. I mean, I know it's supposed to be black, but that's just like, it looks like it's never been changed before. So it does say, I'm guessing that's East Charlotte Nissan, because that's where I bought it from. So if it truly was done at 1,800 miles, which means I put almost, oh well, yeah, almost 10,000 miles on this car, and they're telling me I have to do an oil change another 2,000. So I'm a little confused here because that is pure black. That's insane. So while that oil is still draining out, I'm gonna go ahead and lube up this filter. It's a M1 110A, so it comes with the, I guess you can get it with the Mobil 1 as well. It's a Mobil 1 filter. So figured Mobil 1 oil change and Mobil 1 filter kind of makes sense. So gonna pour some in there and kind of fuel it up and get it full. Fresh oil. I was gonna brag about it. Haven't made any drips or spills happen, and there it goes. Golly. Come on, Alex. All right, so what I like to do whenever I do these filters, and I recommend doing it, doesn't matter what car you're doing an oil change on, is take a little bit of that oil and get that gasket wet as well, so it makes a really tight seal on there, unlike the one that was just on this car, which I swear to you, even a baby could have took off because it was so loose on there. And I'm not seeing much going on here anymore. It looks like there's barely any drops, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tighten it all up. So be very smooth when you're putting it in. Make sure you don't screw that up. Take a wrench, tighten this sucker down. You don't have to really go crazy on it, just feel it like it's not gonna come off like that filter could have. Let's go ahead and start pouring some oil in here now. So this car takes 5.5 quarts. So my tuner said go ahead and pour 5 quarts of oil in here and then start the car for about 30 seconds and then see how it does and if it needs more or not. Oh wow, that was flawless. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. All right, so we checked the cap is good. Check underneath, we're not leaking anywhere. Let's go ahead and start the car, see what it does. It should be good at 5 quarts. The service manual says 5.5 or 5.28, but most people put 5.5 in these cars. But anyways, I'm gonna start the ignition. Oh, please don't screw it up. Let's go ahead and start this bad boy up. Woo, baby. So far so good. Motors are intact. I don't hear any bad noises. So it's been about 30 seconds. We're gonna turn that off. Let's go check the motor, make sure nothing blew up, ain't nothing pouring out from underneath. That's always worries me. Oh yeah, clean as a whistle. We're good there. Hearing some kind of a noise. I'm trying to figure out what that is. You hear that? Is that the turbo spooling or what? So as you can tell, we're right at that lower notch, right at that level. A little bit higher than that, but I think we should put another half quart because we need to be right in between both. That's a good line to be at. So let's add just a little bit more. By the way, I just want to say Tsumi Shioya, thank you for a well-built motor. I've been abusing this motor for a few months now, and it's been keeping up well. I know there's only like 3 or 5 of you guys actually build these motors, but way to go, man. Great job. Well, that was a pain. Never again am I doing that. If I ever say something about doing an oil change on this thing, just stop me. Write in the comments you're an idiot, whatever it takes. So the cover kind of like slides inside underneath the other one, the front end one. And there's, so you got a guide like in between going over the panel, but underneath the motor and all the other brackets that's going on there. God, that took literally probably like 30 minutes in itself, which is a pain. So technically the oil change is done because everything's wrapped up, everything is closed up underneath, car running good. I just gotta take the sticker off. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the numbers of what I spent on the oil, the filter, and see if it actually makes sense to do it that way, or should you just take it to the dealership and just get it over with. Technically, if this wasn't my first time doing it, I would say I could do it in probably an hour, just taking it slow, being cautious, and being careful with everything I do, not causing a mess. But because it was my first time, I would say it was closer to hour and a half, maybe hour 45, just because of the stupid panel underneath as well. All right, so I bought 6 quarts of oil because it's 5.5 technically is what I asked for, but you can't buy half. So I spent it was $10 each, so about $60 on oil, and I spent $15 on the Mobile One Extended Performance Oil Filter. So technically it cost me right at $75 plus taxes. Let's say $80 to do it. Yes, I bought all the other stuff like the creeper and the jack and everything, but that's actually for the shop because we are going to be working on tons of other cars and other projects. So I can't really include that in the deal. So I'm going to go ahead and call the dealership and see what they would have charged for a job like this. Hey Maya, got a question for you. I have a 2019 GTR, and I wanted to see how much an oil change would run.
In regards to the oil, it will be oil and filter change, be $74.97 plus tax, and they go ahead and do multi-point inspection complimentary for customers, and they add a complimentary exterior car wash as well for your service.
Oh wow, so it's just $75 pretty much plus tax. In case you guys didn't hear, it's $74.95 plus they do a multi-point inspection, plus they give you a free car wash, and that probably would take them probably an hour to do it. So I ended up losing money by doing it this way. That's crazy. Because here's the reason I did it, to be honest with you. Because whenever I had alignment done on this thing, you know, usually on the car it's like $80, maybe $100. They wanted $300 to do alignment on the GTR. So I figured if that was that expensive, everything else is probably the same way. But that's a big lesson learned. Not only did I lose money, but I lost time as well. So I guess I learned 3 things today. Not only is it cheaper to do an oil change just at the dealership, but also don't wear a white shirt when you're working on cars because it's all dirty now. And thirdly, I think is that we definitely need to get a lift for this car because that was a pain to do it all. So yeah, I'm not doing oil change anymore. And screw that panel because I'm not putting up with that. That was a pain in the behind. If you like what you're seeing, definitely drop a like, drop a subscription, and comment what you thought of the whole experience. That was kind of a painful. God, I hate that. I can't believe it was cheaper just to go and get them to do it. If you stuck around this long, I'm gonna tell you what the next video is. As you can tell, I've been hiding something from you guys. If you look, I've been hiding the fact that this lip is pretty beat up. It's actually pretty damaged. I guess I bought it this way. It was from the previous owner. He must have dinged it up. So it actually goes on this side as well, but that's on the bumper, but underneath it's kind of scratched up too. Just the whole undercarriage of this thing just has a lot of scratches. So I have a new one that I'm putting on, so that should be fun. But I'm gonna leave that for the next video. I don't want to make this one too long, but thank you guys so much for everything. Like I said, we're gonna have so much fun. I have so much things coming for you guys. I love doing videos. You guys make it so much fun. So thank you guys so much. Enjoy your lives, enjoy your cars, and I will see you next time. Peace.